Hey guys, it's your boy Fresh Prince CEO, and today we're gonna talk about all my W's. Stay tuned for it. All right guys, so you heard my L's, marrying a single mom, getting left out in the cold, basically in the car, never came downstairs. But today we're gonna talk about my W in terms of having 3 women in one day. Now it sounds crazy, right? But I was kind of foreign to this idea of having multiple girls in one day, because I felt, do the right thing, do the good thing, have one girl I'm talking to, and that's it. But I met this guy at a pool party. He's an NBA player. I won't say his name for some reasons, but he's a pretty top tier guy, high value guy, right? I'm at the bar ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight? I told him, look bro, you can go downtown, you can go to Brickell, Wynwood, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to downtown because it's a really good spot. And then he's like, yo bro, are you on Instagram? I was like, perfect, yeah I am. So I gave him my Instagram, and lo and behold, he followed me. He said, wait, you know this chick? So he pulls up this girl's profile, because you can see who's following someone that you just added from like the following list. I was like, yeah, I know her, bro. I used to do her back in the day. He's like, damn, that's my shorty want to come in town. So basically, we were smashing the same chick. So he's like, yo, dude, you know what? I'm having a mansion party the next day, come through, I got you. All this time, we linked up the same night at the party spot I was going to, we connected, and funny enough, we dated the same girls, like a bunch of them. It was crazy, Like we always say, me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high value men, and they're around in the same circles, right? I'm at his mansion party, right? There's 40 girls and 5 guys. In my head, I'm like, yo, real talk, this is crazy. I've never been at a party where there's been this much girls compared to guys. So I'm like, yo, how's this gonna work? He says to me, yo, come through, bro. So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you. I was like, 3 that I want? This is like a buffet? Shoot, I'll take it. So I was like, yo, I like her, and her. He goes, talks to them, calls them over, and I kid you not, I got a bedroom for you over here, do your thing. I'm like, what the heck? Is it that easy? So what happened was, I talked to them real quick, they were mad cool, and legit, guys, I could have a threesome with them, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, yo, this is too much for me. But what happened was, I did my thing with one of them, came back outside, hopped in the shower real quick, talked to the other one, went back in the room later on. So basically, I had 3 girls in one night. It sounds crazy, guys, but there's a whole nother world outside of the regular dating circle where guys of high value can actually set up certain things that regular guys can't. So translate that into my own lifestyle. Now from Instagram, I say, you know what? I can have 3 in one day. Why can't I do it myself? Learning from Deals on Demand that you guys are gonna learn if you bought the course. We're gonna re-release it soon, coming up maybe next month. That whole setup there can be done for yourself through Instagram or dating apps. Because for example, all it is a numbers game. So it's all about scale. So with Instagram, you could DM 100 chicks. Out of 100, let's say 10 hit you up. Boom. You can space out how you wanna do it, but that's 10 chicks ready to meet you in person. So I just wanna say this, guys. You can take L's all your life, you can take W's, but the point here is that you can have whatever you want in this life. You made that choice. So for me, I was at a point where 3 a day was easily done through Instagram, and that's what I did. So like I said before, guys, I took my L's to take my W's.
But here's another thing. When you say you've 3 girls in a day, okay, cool. You're talking about a scheduling thing, right? I'm trying to think of what's harder. Is it harder to have a threesome, or is it harder to 2 different girls in a day? I think it's harder to 2 different girls in a day than it is to have a threesome. This idea that I 3 girls in a day, damn, you must have been juggling a lot of schedules. You probably woke up with a chick, you met a chick for lunch, went to her apartment, and then you went to sleep with another chick that night. That's what I'm thinking of you girls in a day. This idea that you went to a party and then a really famous guy picked out 3 girls you had sex with, that's not even brag worthy. Wait, what are we talking about? Wait, what?
What the heck? Is it that easy? So what happened was, I talked to them real quick, they were mad cool, and legit, guys, I could have a threesome with them, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. I had no idea what was going on.
It's way harder to have a threesome, you're insane. Well, well, I guess it depends on if your girlfriend is okay with threesomes or not. If you have a girlfriend that's okay with threesomes, she can always shop around on Tinder and it's not that hard. If she's not okay, then you have to do 2 stranger girls, which is really hard. But being in a sexual relationship with two different girls at once and being on the same day requires you to be juggling multiple sexual relationships at once. I guess it just depends on what your relationships are like. Would probably make, yeah.
When I was like, yo, this is too much for me. But what happened was, I did my thing with one of them, came back outside, hopped in the shower real quick, talked to the other one, went back in the room later on. So basically, I had 3 girls in one night. It sounds crazy, guys, but there's a whole nother world outside of the regular dating circle where guys of high value can actually like set up certain things that regular guys
That's a stupid qualifier to add. Wait, what's a stupid qualifier to have?
can't. So translate that into like my own lifestyle. Now from Instagram, I say, you know what? I can have 3 in one day. Why can't I do it myself? Learning from Deals on Demand that you guys are gonna learn if you bought the course. We're gonna re-release it soon, coming up maybe like next month.
Why would you brag about 3 different girls in one day when it was an NBA player that picked 3 girls out for you? I'm so confused right now.
But anyway, I'm not here to talk about Fresh and Fit as a whole or the entire production of it. I want to focus on one video they posted in particular, one that I still think back on with a little wet spot in my trousers. It's one of the most delusional things I've ever seen from a YouTube channel. It's one of the hosts that is telling a story that is completely made up, just obviously fiction. He is literally making up fanfic on par with My Immortal in a way that makes him look like he constantly fucks. Even though I'm pretty convinced that the shorter guy here is a virgin, yet he still makes these crazy claims and stories like the one I'm about to show you. Let me stop you right there. I already don't believe you. It's super hard to think that anything they say is real when they constantly make stupid fucking claims like this one.
Not to mention they've both shown themselves to be frauds time and time again.
You know, we're both triple-digit notch count. He's in the quadruples.
There is no reality in the entirety of the fucking multiverse where this man has slept with one woman, let alone over 1,000 of them. Doctor Strange could peer into an endless multiverse and never find one where this guy slept with 1,000 women. They just say a whole bunch of made-up bullshit constantly. And then he added me on Instagram, we became best friends, he got me a tryout with his NBA team, which I absolutely crushed and became a starter on the squad, setting NBA world records. He invited me to Thanksgiving at his parents' house, I fucked his mom, and then the whole family clapped. That would be more believable than the story he's about to tell from here. This story's already got more plot holes in it than Kingdom Hearts. Why would an NBA player go up to a random guy at a pool party to ask for a party later? He's clearly already connected, he found out about the pool party, so why would he go up to a complete stranger at a bar to ask for further advice on partying, and then going a step further to add him on Instagram? That just doesn't make any sense. Unless Fresh and Fit dropped to the floor and sucked his dick raw at the bar in front of everyone, why would this NBA player care to add him on Instagram? NBA players, celebrities, they don't follow like anybody at all, except for like actual close friends or business partners or something like that. So why would he add a complete stranger who he only asked one question to, where should I party? And past that, why would he then check who this new guy was following? Hey, pardon me, I couldn't help but notice that this girl that I'm piping is being followed by you. Are you that creepy stalker she has a restraining order against, or like, what's the deal there? Are you guys friends? Oh, you guys used to fuck too? Alright, fist bump. We just became best friends, let's go. You have the gall, the chutzpah, to sit here and insult not only the intelligence of your viewers, but insult God himself with the claim that you and the NBA player were having sex with the same women. Do you honestly expect anyone in the world to believe that? And then to have the audacity to make the claim that women go for the same high-value males? You are somehow putting yourself in the same ballpark as a fucking NBA player. You who runs one of the most laughed-at podcasts on the internet since the My Little Pony fan club radio show. You think that you are a same level of high-value male as an NBA player? Fucking mind-blowing. Bro, this does not sound like an NBA player. This sounds like human trafficking. Pick any 3 girls and I got you. That should be like setting off alarm bells in your head, I would think. What might have happened is some guy came up to him and lied like, yeah, I'm in the NBA, I'm also ex-Special Forces, over 500 confirmed kills, and I fuck on the daily. In fact, hourly. In fact, I'm gonna be late for a threesome right now. But yeah, anyway, just going back to Fresh and Fit lore here. So our boy is now at a mansion with 45 topless babes, big asses, sodden, dripping vaginas, and every single one of them has his name shaved into their pubic hair, I bet. Far be it from me to question the math here, but it would have been a foursome, not a threesome. Unless, of course, the 3 girls fucked each other and then told you to just go far away from them, like hide in the bathroom or something, which I imagine would have happened. Also, he speaks fondly of this event, but I imagine this was one of the worst days of all 3 of those women's lives. Assuming, of course, this story is real, which it's not, I'm just suspending disbelief for a moment. Obviously, he is literally making this shit up as he goes along. What an incredible story. I can't wait for the sequel. Fresh and fit in the goblet of fucking. I don't even understand the title of this video anymore. It's Pull Girls Easily, but doesn't seem like there was anything easy about this. He met someone that claimed to be an NBA player that invited him to a mansion and then assigned 3 women to fuck him. Like, that's not exactly a lesson that can translate to most people. Of course, it's all made up and shit, but the takeaway here is basically nothing. It's a fucking nothing burger. It's this guy trying to make himself look cool and embarrassing himself. How is me buying your course going to help me fuck 3 times in one day? Is the course just that NBA player's phone number for his mansion of sex? Like, there's just nothing you can really teach from this story you've told here. Nothing translates. There's no lesson. You picked 3 girls that a guy then instructed to have sex with you. And it never happened in the first place, and I hate that I keep suspending disbelief for even a fraction of a second to entertain the idea that this happened in reality, when we all know it didn't. But even still, what is the takeaway? There is nothing that happened in this whole video that could help some lonely guy at all. But even in this fantasy, that's not what you did. You didn't set up 3 girls in one day through Instagram or anything like that. A guy did it for you. He fucking told them to have sex with you. You didn't talk to them through Instagram, you didn't get to know them or anything like that. Even in their own stories, they can't help but just treat women like objects. Like, yeah, he gave me 3 women to fuck. And that's why I'm the king of Instagram dating. Like, what are you talking about? It's so fucking wild. It's incredibly embarrassing. I don't know how they can post things like this and not feel any amount of shit.
Walter looks in the mirror every morning, but the NBA player was the first high-value male he saw that day. Walter allegedly attending a pool party in Miami with an NBA player is not that crazy of a thought. Let's see if the story continues making sense.
I'm at the bar ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight?
The prominent NBA player, whose name cannot be mentioned for certain reasons, asks Walter where the party spots are at. Since Walter has never been around an actual NBA player before, let me fill in the gaps here. NBA players, especially if they're recognizable like this mystery man is, are not hanging out at the bar. Back when I worked for the Houston Rockets, my coworker friend was best friends with Chandler Parsons, and one night I saw them at a bar. For you basketball fans, it was the day after Dame Lillard hit the shot in Chandler's face to win the series. I hung with my friend and Chandler in their bottle service area. At this time, Chandler was a household name and very recognizable. When I was sitting next to Chandler, it was almost overwhelming how many guys were standing around taking videos and asking to buy him drinks. When he went to the bathroom, he needed his friends to surround him, and he bent over to be less recognizable. I say that because NBA players don't hang out at the bar. They can't. And the last thing they're going to do is start chatting up some wannabe ladies man with no girls around him. Let's continue, since this story gets even more insane. I admire the confidence of Walter for leaving this video up and thinking it's beneficial to his brand. This is hands down the most comical video I've ever seen on YouTube. An NBA player at a Miami pool party is exchanging Instagram profiles with Walter. This story would be comical enough if it ended here, but we haven't even gotten to the part where Walter sleeps with multiple women. Walter sounds like an 8th grader who heard his older brother refer to sex as doing someone. To all the lovely women watching this, how many of you have already realized that this guy is a complete fabrication of a ladies man? What's more pathetic is this guy and his partner Myron Gaines are seen as the voice of men's improvement on YouTube. Am I hearing a love triangle between a prominent NBA player and Walter? This NBA player asked him where the parties were at and then was throwing a house party the next day and invited Walter to it because he looked at his Instagram and they were smashing the same chick. If you add up the odds of this actually happening, it would be the same odds of Fresh and Fit winning a boxing match against Preach. There's the cliche, the fish gets bigger every time the story gets retold. With Walter, the number of women he's with seems to grow every time he shares this tall tale. As you'll see in a minute, Walter has allegedly been with more women than Ellen DeGeneres. It definitely takes circular reasoning to place Walter and Myron in the same social circles with NBA players. Walter and Myron girlfriend at a Heat game are in the same building as the women who have fun with the players, but they have much different views. To enjoy some humor together, let's read through some of the comments. These are some immaculate caps. You dropped this King Blue hat. Sounds crazy, right? Yeah, Smoosh Face, it does. Why didn't they have the other one tell this BS? He fakes it better, referring to his buddy Myron Gaines. The cap is so immaculate. Yo, bro, I remember this happened to me. It was 2016 and I was coming out of class and Kylie Jenner came to pick me up. After that, she let me hit her sisters and then I just kept rotating between her and Kim. It was crazy. Even his biggest supporters quickly realized how fake this is. Imagine needing to come up with insane stories to have people think you get laid. Not only is this pathetic, but it's also indicative of just how much of a fake guru these clowns are. This sounds like the Bunny Ranch where Dennis Hoff would line up women and allow you to select which one or ones you'd like to have fun with. I think Walter actually attended a fun house and pretended he didn't have to pay for it. When the credit card payment goes through, then their job is to make it sound easy. They're very experienced handling virgins, and I'm sure they were kind to Walter, making him feel relaxed and comfortable to ensure his first time was memorable. I'm putting out a bounty of $500 for any woman claiming to be one of the three at this mythical party to hear your side of the story. This is too much for me. I can't even believe he uploaded this. This video was produced, edited, released, and is still public 7 months later, even with all of the negative comments and how terrible it looks for his brand. At least now people are starting to catch on to how goofy these two clowns are, but shouldn't they try to slow down their brand's death? Keeping videos like this public does not help. There is a whole other world. This is a fantasy in your head, Walter. It's all made up. This fool thinks he's going to start pulling 3 women in a single day with his Instagram full of pictures representing a fake lifestyle. Walter paid for press releases, paid for Instagram growth, paid to rent a camera to take the picture in front of a random McLaren and jet, and will pay for whatever his fake guru mentor says to buy. This is definitely the worst sales funnel I've ever seen. He creates a fantasy world where even his biggest supporters don't believe him, where he runs into a famous NBA player at a pool party and then has fun with 3 women in one day because of the NBA player, and then promotes the idea that you too can do this from sending women DMs on Instagram. Am I missing something, or did whoever write this script completely forget the story? He's now saying you can have 3 girls in one day from Instagram, but his story was from going to a Miami pool party and then an NBA player's mansion party. This man is so awkward. You know everything after his L's is BS. Stop the cap. How does this fool still have this video up? Because it's the only story online of him having success with women. Having a threesome with 3 girls, fresh failed math. Not as bad as he failed the alpha male test after Preach confronted him about a fight. LMAO, bro, what? How you telling men how you did this on IG? You got the cheeks supposedly because of the NBA player. LMAO, too many holes in your story. About as many holes as Walter will put in the target at the shooting range as he prepares to defend himself against all of those mean internet bullies. This cat is regional manager of lids, LOL.
I actually should probably rename the series Fake and Faker, or Fake and Fat, but also Fake, because, you know, I had this video clip sent to me, and this is basically this Fresh Prince CEO capping for 4 minutes straight. Okay, he's just straight up lying to your face. First of all, the thumbnail says 3 girls in one day. Yeah, freaking right. And then the title of the video is Pull Girls Easily. So even Fake and Fat's audience actually ratioed him on this video. They have like a 50-50 like to dislike ratio. This is back before they were popular. So like the best way to catch a liar is to go back into their past and see if they ever made like an obvious lie, right? Maybe they got better at lying over time, but this is just such a flagrant lie. If you actually come to Fresh Prince CEO's defense in this video, I can't help you, man. You are permanently brainwashed by the beta justice warrior general, Myron Gaines, and also Fresh Prince CEO.
Ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight? I told him, look, bro, you can go downtown. Okay,
imagine that you're this like imaginary NBA player, right? Like, and you're at a pool party. And then you're looking around and be like, who's the coolest guy here that probably knows what kind of cool thing is happening tonight? Oh, wait, let me see. Look at this little manlet-looking, frog-looking fellow. He's slightly overweight, but he's probably overweight because he eats at a lot of fancy, nice restaurants here in Miami. So let me ask him, where the hoes at, yo? Where the hoes at? This, I don't even have to say anything here. The top comment here, if you see it, it says immaculate cap. These are some immaculate caps. See, even his own audience is calling him out on this stuff. Yeah, because Fresh Prince CEO is such a high value guy that he's dating the same girls as an NBA player. Come on. Look at him. Look at him. Look, dude, the dude's like 5'5", right? And an NBA player going to have to be at least 6'5". You really think the same girls are going to be banging a guy who's a full foot shorter than the NBA guy? Give me a break, bro. I wonder what was going through his mind and what was going through Myron's mind as well. It's like, yeah, let's just post this fake story. Our audience will definitely buy it because they're a bunch of idiots. Look, I actually think higher of the fake and fat army than fake and fat do themselves. They think you guys are morons. That's why they think that they can sell you a DMs on a rejections on demand course. Sorry, the actual appropriate name of it. And they actually think that you guys will eat it all up. And some of you do. But they think that you're dumber and that you would actually believe this story. I actually think, I think that you guys are smarter than they think you are. Notice how he conflates himself with the NBA player. Oh, they just run around with a bunch of high-value men like this imaginary NBA basketball player, and also me, Fresh Prince CEO, all 5'5" of glory and masculinity. Wait, hold on one second. So didn't the NBA player say, hey, I'm pretty sure the NBA player said, where's the party at tonight? And then he got invited to a party by the NBA player. Did I hear that right? So the NBA player is like all confused, being like, oh man, I need connections here. You know what's going on tonight? And then he ends up being the one with the plans and then inviting. Do you see the disconnect here? Like, dude, fake and fat, they're not good at anything, even telling lies. Dude, this looks staged. Like, it's just like, it almost looks like he's like reading from a script. Like, it doesn't even seem like he believes what he's saying because he's clearly lying. You could have had a threesome with them. Weren't there 3 of them? So wouldn't that make it a foursome? What? It's so funny. It's like, this is how you can tell. Jesus. This guy's such a moron, man. He can't even lie. He can't even lie well. He can't do anything well. He can't even lie well. He said that there were 3 girls, and then so if he ended up sleeping with all of them at the same time and make it a foursome, so either he doesn't know how to do math, which is entirely possible, or he's never actually had a threesome in his life, therefore he thinks a threesome is 3 girls and 1 guy. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, either one's possible because, he's both fake and fat. Myron's just fake. Oh, perfect. He plugs in rejections on demand. Okay. So that's why they made this fake video. It's almost as if they're only in it for the money. They're grifters and they actually don't know what they're talking about. And they lie to their audience in order to make money from them. One would think that. That's so dumb. Guys, when it comes to... this is so stupid. Guys, when it comes to landing a 6-figure job, all you have to do is just message 100 companies. 10 companies message you back. Boom. I love how people just use that type of logic of like, yeah, just like shoot a ridiculous amount of shots and something will happen eventually. It depends, man. If you have like a few hundred followers on Instagram and you look like Walter Weeks, Fresh Prince CEO, you message 100 girls, unless they're not very, unless they are ugly, honestly, probably 0 of them will agree to hang out with you, okay? If you have a good profile, an actual balling profile, and you look good, and you're not fat like he is, and overweight, then yeah, maybe they'll message you back. But him, nah, that's not happening. Let's be honest here. Not any girl that's really that good looking. And honestly, I don't really follow his vlogs, but I've seen a few of them. The girls he hangs out with, not very good looking. At the very least, and I don't want to insult him for that, because you have the type that you're into or whatever. But if you're trying to teach guys how to be successful in their dating lives, and yet you're not really dating the hottest women yourself, come on, okay. So, obviously, the biggest caps of all time. I rest my case. I really don't even have to add that much commentary to it, man. It just goes to show you, my entire criticism of Fake and Fat is they're beta males who use their show to try to leverage it to try to get sex from women which otherwise they would never have any chance with. I exposed this with the Anna Quinn fitness situation, and also these guys just want to find a way to make money and improve their dating lives because they're beta males. They read The Rational Male through a beta male lens and be like, oh crap, women are all this, and that nowadays. How am I going to stand a chance? Oh, better start a podcast, bro. Better start leveraging my podcast to get people on the show, bro. Or girls on the show and possibly have sex with them, bro. Better just lie as much as I can to try to generate audience from a bunch of young, impressionable teenagers to be able to actually live this lifestyle I've always dreamed of in my mind, but didn't think I could actually attain because I'm secretly a beta male, bro. I don't even have anything else to say here.